my sophomore presentation sucked. I've already done one on Darrow, but it was a case that he was in, so it's still fair game. Talk about your revolutionaries here. All right. So he was born on April 18th, 1857, in Ohio. And then he was admitted to the Ohio bar in 1878. He originally starts as a labor union lawyer, but the first and most important thing you need to know about Darrow is everyone hates him. Everyone hates him. So the people he was working with got together and basically got him kicked out of labor law because they said he corrupted a jury.
Was that ever proved correct or incorrect?
Well, when they say corrupted a jury, I believe it was his cousin that sat on the jury. So why? It was stupid. But then he became a defense attorney, very noble profession. Private attorney. All right, so this is his first big case. This is where he really starts getting his stardom, infamousy, is a better word. So in 1924, Nathan Leopold and Richard Loeb are arrested for the kidnapping and murder of Robert Franks. These guys are not what you would call the smartest fish in the barrel. Because Loeb goes on camera saying that if he could kill anyone, it would be Bobby Franks. In the midst of an active murder trial where they're already the lead suspects. Also, they leave their eyeglasses on the scene of the murder, and then come back to get the glasses from the police station. Not the greatest criminals. So Darrow knows Leopold's father, they're very wealthy. And he hires Darrow to protect his son, and everyone talks about how corrupt Darrow is because, like I said, the most important thing about Darrow is that everyone hates him. To discredit him and to give him bad rep, they said that it was a multi-million-dollar transaction, which inflation is something like 10 mil today, I think, was the amount. It was a lie. He only got $70,000. I know, only $70,000.
Well, back then that was a sizable amount of money.
Yeah, it's still big, but you go from multi-millions to 70,000. So what happened was the lawyer before them was just terrible. I don't recall the gentleman's name, but he was not good. Basically, they were going to go to trial, but Darrow gets them to do to enter a guilty plea. But there was already so much publicity because it's these two kids of these famous parents murdering a kid. So it had a lot of publicity. So they went with a trial, but it was all theater. Oh, I should say they were guilty, but Darrow got them off of a death penalty. Loeb is killed in prison, but Leopold goes on to write a book. He was released from prison, but he dies from something. And then the Scopes Monkey trial, which is what I did my last one on. Basically, before this trial, schools taught the Bible for the story of creation. Like, they used the Bible in the curriculum, so you can see how that might be controversial. So this guy, this PE sub, John T. Scopes, decides it's publicity, so I'm going to do it. Plus, there's this thing called the ALCU, American Labor. I don't know what it stands for. Sorry. They pretty much say anyone who's going to speak out against teaching the Bible in our schools, we will personally defend. So.
You mean ACLU?
Yes. Thank you. So if they're going to be paying his legal fees and he gets his name known, he went and did it. Again, Darrow wasn't the initial defense attorney, but the other defense attorney was also terrible.
I'm noticing a pattern.
Yeah. Plus, this is another case that just kind of steamrolled out of control because the prosecutor was William Jennings Bryant, who's really famous too. He stepped in for the prosecution, and Bryant going against these no-name lawyers who were garbage didn't sit well. So they asked Darrow to do it. He initially declines, but they keep asking him, so finally he agrees to do it.
Probably just gonna shut up.
Yeah. So the trial, no one actually thinks that this guy is innocent because there are witnesses. The school children all saw him teach it. No one was denying it. They were just talking about the constitutionality.
Constitutional.
Yeah.
If it's constitutional or not.
Yeah, of the legality of teaching Bible in schools, so it became a state versus church kind of thing. There's this famous interaction between Brian and Darrow where he calls Bryant to the stand, so he is questioning the prosecutor because he was going to get these religion experts, but they struck them down because Darrow insulted the judge and called him corrupt and part of the establishments. So the judge wasn't too happy. In fact, he held Darrow in contempt until he apologized. Yeah, no one likes Darrow.
Wonder why.
So they rejected all of their religious experts, and so Darrow calls Bryant to the stand, and no one's expecting it. Darrow ends up wiping the floor with Bryant. It's not even, he just trips so much. But the guy is found guilty because no one believed that he wasn't. And then this is the last one of his big trials. Then he retires and moves to Hawaii for the rest of his life. This is the O.C. and Sweet case. My favorite case that Darrow does. So September 9th, 1925, this doctor and his family are living in a house in
America.
Yes, I think it was also in Ohio. But this white mob comes and tries to forcibly remove them from their house. So Dr. Sweet carries a gun legally, shoots it. One of the mob goes down. So Sweet and the rest of his entire family, 12 people, are all charged with murder. Once again, Darrow loves to pick the cases based on principality rather than what actually happened. Everyone knew that he had shot it in the mob because there were witnesses. He even confessed to it. It was really just a matter of prejudice because it was a self-defense move, and the only reason they were being prosecuted was because of their race, which Darrow was very quick to point out. So Darrow, he argues for prejudice. He says that there's prejudice against their entire family, and the way that Darrow, even though everyone hates him, has this he's very charismatic. Like he makes it really personal. If you ever get a chance to read his stuff, it's very interesting. But he pretty much like he looking back at it, you can see that he like butters up his jury so much. But Sweet was acquitted, and then when Sweet was acquitted, everyone else was acquitted because the prosecution realized that they had no case because no one else had shot a gun. So they're all acquitted, and the reason that I like this particular case is because Darrow is like the real life Atticus, although less liked. So that's that. All right.